valley economy. Just like I've told my son, this is the exception. This is obviously for us unprecedented, but also for Texas. I mean, to say that in the valley near future we will have the Navy's largest shipyard producing all these little kamikaze boats, that is just mind blowing. And of course, Elon Musk and his super rocket and all the amazing things that are taking place with his giga rocket factory here in the valley, here at Rioplex. And the future is so bright for us, for our kids, for adults who are upskilling and learning how to drive commercial trucks, adults who are uh, getting the upskill training to learn how to fuse steel and cut steel. So it's just amazing time. So we'll review some of that and look ahead to some of the recruitment of more industry for the area. Rioplex, Mario Reina should be joining us here in a little bit. I want to say a special thank you again to Teclo Garcia from the Mission Economic Development Office for having us over for this groundbreaking of this aluminum manufacturer, $50 million big private sector investment in Mission, Texas, the largest on the private sector, by the way. Thank you to Rioplex, Mario Reina, Joaquin Spammer, as we review some of the economic happenings in the region and the soon to happen recruitment effort in Mexico City. Big thank you as well to David Vasquez from Wellness by Workforce. And they have a very unique product that's offered to businesses and industry in the area when it comes to this subscription based medical services, primary doctors, and radiology and labs. It's good stuff. So we'll hear from him in just a little bit. And I'm gonna now that they started here the ceremony, so I'm just distract these folks. Let me pivot now to a conversation that I had with uh, Dr. Giorgio Gotti, UTRGV. He's the dean of our business school, and obviously at the business school, and as in other trade schools and junior colleges, and even at the high school level, they're all probably looking at each other going, "Yeah, we need to change the curriculum like faster and make sure that our kids are the ones that are taking the job." So let me pivot now to that conversation I had with Dr. Giorgio Gotti. He's the dean of our business school at UTRGV. It is the Bob Backer School of Business and Entrepreneurship. Did I get it right?
Correct. Yeah.
Dean Dr. Giorgio Gotti is my guest. I want to get your take, your opinion, because of all the little summer break, some of the classes you've been taking and traveling you've been doing. You come back to the valley just a few days back to here we got a shipyard, and we're going to have the Navy's largest shipyard in the RGV, which complements the refinery that we see in this country, first one in 50 years, which complements, yes, all the trains of liquefied natural gas of our neighbor Elon Musk, Vallejo here in McAllen, high-tech manufacturing, more tier one industry headed this way, Brownsville and chip manufacturing, all these amazing headlines. And of course, you at the business school going, yeah, we're going to need a lot more classes, maybe a bigger building because we got to train all these people. In part, you and the engineering school at UTRGV.
We do, but I think it's a happy period for the valley, and I think that the industry are seeing that there is value here. We always had good students, but I think that what is changing now dramatically is the opportunity for students to stay here if they want to,
Yeah,
and this is exactly what we were trying to do, and uh, seems like we are quite successful.
that's the key word, opportunity, because I know that you have deep roots in border-based education. You coming from El Paso with
Yeah.
the UT system, and out here at UTRGV. I hope that our students, hope that our families seize this opportunity because we've never seen this prosperity, this opportunity that we have in South Texas.
But I think they do. So we have a growing number of students that are choosing business as their specialty,
Yeah.
all the different areas. We had last fall 5,500 students enrolled in the College of Business. We have a growing number of graduate students. We have about 800 students that are taking advantage of our graduate offering. We have 50 PhD students. We graduate quite a bit this year. So
Yeah.
I think that the students see the value that we offer and they see the value in the community. In the past, we were training them, and most of them, some of them, were deciding to have a good career somewhere else. I think that now they have at least the choice, the opportunity to have a good career here.
Is there talk at the university or within the regions, the university system, and bulking, reinforcing, yes, on the business school side, from data analytics and people being able to read the financials, but also on the engineering side to bolster what is being offered at UTRGV?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, this connection between computer science, engineering, business, information system is becoming more and more important. And with the shipyard, I think it was pretty clear. So what we want to know from businesses is what they need, what are the skills that are needed, and then the university will move. But I think it will move very fast.
Then for Dr. Giorgio Gotti is the dean of our UTRGV Business School, the Robert C. Thacker School of Business and Entrepreneurship. Some of the online programs that keep growing, new doctorate programs, master's programs. What's available now at the business school?
So we start this fall, Master of Science in Finance. We never did it before. We started Master of Science in HR, Master of Science in Marketing, Digital Marketing. We have the traditional one, MBA, Master of Accountancy. I think students take advantage of this. It's a little bit more flexible. We do it completely online. And right now we have about 800 graduate students at the college, not at the university, only at the college. So this is telling you like the size that this university is taking. And I think again is like students see value in what we offer in good, high quality, higher education that they can take here and then have the possibility to stay here if they want to.
I talk every now and then with Dr. Bailey, Dr. Guy Bailey, and he lists to me, whether it's U.S. News World Report or other academic write-ups or other institutions that rank universities, and we're climbing. UTRGV continues to climb, continues to climb. I'm wondering, in part, if all the big news that we are now on the map at the Port of Brownsville, here in McAllen, here in Mission, all these in never before seen industry, where the envy, it seems, of Texas and the nation as far as all the opportunities now. I'm wondering if the fact that we are on the map now, maybe that translates to, let's see the online educational offerings over at UTRGV.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have high quality, we have very good pricing.
Yeah.
So I think that the two things are going together, but you also need to consider that, when President Bailey came and UTRGV was created, it was about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we are still a baby university that is like walking very, very fast.
Yeah. And one thing to note that's very important is the accreditation at the business school, which is worth repeating. The high accreditation that we have at the business school. That's why they seek out, they go through the online courses.
And absolutely. So I think that it's not enough to give student a piece of paper, a degree. We need to give them quality, and the quality have to be assured by somebody outside the college and the university. So we are accredited by ASCSB, like the highest quality possible accreditation for colleges of businesses around the world.
Dr. Giorgio Gotti, he is Dean of our Business School at UTRGV. Thanks for joining us today, Doc.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank you
in
very
touch.
much.
And as you get more programs, come on back and see us again, right?
Thank you, Sergio.
We're broadcasting from Mission, Texas, the site of today's groundbreaking for the Zerluma Aluminum $50 million investment in our community. And as you can imagine, hundreds of jobs that will be created in the construction of this, but also closer to 100 permanent jobs that will be high tech, because the aluminum smelter, the manufacturer, it uses state-of-the-art equipment for that. So yeah, more high tech jobs for the area. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV.
Coming up after the Sergio Show, stay tuned for the Dana Lash Show starting at 11, followed by the Brian Kilmeade Show at 2 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Potami app. We're your home for Houston Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV, bringing you every weeknight and every weekend matchup. Start with the Astro Launch pregame show, followed by every crack of the bat, every hit, every home run. Then stay tuned for complete postgame coverage and analysis. The stars, the storylines, and the excitement. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Rio Grande Valley's home for Houston Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Our riddle brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. It was an easy riddle. Learn more at progressive.com.
Your Houston Astros are out west to visit the LA Angels. Tune in later tonight. First pitch at 8:40. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It works. Time is 9:22. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. And good thing for the wind and our little baby generator that's back there keeping us on air, because that creates the white noise. And everybody in front of me, got about, I don't know, about 100 people. They're listening. Is that the mayor talking right now?
Yes, that is the mayor.
We're in Mission, Texas. Yeah, Mayor Norrie's talking to the folks who are gathered here for the groundbreaking of the what Teclo Garcia, the EDC chief from Mission, was saying, the largest private sector investment when it comes to a facility, a project. $50 million is a hefty amount of money. We usually see up to now in the Valley, you know how it is, block grants or schools or some government buildings, there'll be 50, 60, $70 million, some big project. This is a private sector. This is, as I like to say, the golden goose, right? Laying the golden egg.
That's right.
Real world private sector money. So it's a big aluminum manufacturer that we're celebrating today, and it's the ground opening that we are so blessed to be a part of today. It's Zerluma Aluminum. It is a project from Mexican investor Mauricio Orozco and his family. They have projects like this in Mexico as well, and now they're bringing over and shoveling over $50 million, and I think like 70 some odd private permanent jobs eventually, and hundreds, of course, of construction jobs pretty soon. I want to say thank you to the folks who make it possible for us to be here today. Obviously, Teclo Garcia right now talking with folks here at the groundbreaking. Teclo Garcia, Mission Economic Development. Thank you to them. Thank you to Rio Plex and President Mario Reina. He'll be joining us in a little bit on the program. And one of the reasons we're here today is also the support of David Vasquez. Mr. V is with Wellness by Workforce. Thank you again, brother, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
It's an important day in the history of Mission, Texas. And the Valleys, we see more tier 1 industry headed this way. Now, raw materials, aluminum, the basic material, and a lot of the stuff that we'll be building here in South Texas. I think your message is quite salient for folks in industry and in business. If you look at the various services that Wellness by Workforce and all the different branches that you're going to be offering here pretty soon. So let's start with how you fit into industry like this, industry at the port, other industry, tier 1 industry coming to South Texas, and the medical services, diagnostics, treatment, preventative, education, all those things that you offer at Wellness by Workforce.
Correct. Thank you for having me. Yes, what I wanted to start off with is they were talking about the money, the investment. So now let's flip it on the health, the injuries, the risks. We need to mitigate that. All of these employers care about their employees. So we have to, in a way, prevent any and all injury, accidents, things that might happen on the job site. So what we do is we go out to the different industries, entities, municipalities, and tell them, hey, there's a new way to prevent illness and injury on the job site. And that is worth more than any money you can throw at a project, because these are lives. These are moms, dads, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters that are working these jobs, and we need to keep them healthy. There's an inherent risk when you go play sports, when you go do hiking and biking, but when you're doing a job, you need to make sure that you're healthy enough to provide your services to the project without laying any risk on the job site.
And so that's on the education side.
That's
the preventative issues, so you can help develop a curriculum for whichever type of industry is in the area. David Vasquez with Wellness by Workforce, he's been with us in the past, and I'm a big fan of what you've talked about before, which is the membership-based medicine, which is for in different companies and entities, school districts or companies. they work through you to provide at a very affordable rate a subscription, whether like a $30, $40 subscription per person, and they have access to primary doctors, labs, radiology, for one flat fee. And then with a network of a bunch of clinics and service providers in the area. Tell me about that, because I think for a lot of people that are driving around managing a company right now, trying to figure out, man, how can I take care of my people? They can take care of their families on the medical side, but something affordable. And you need to know about this. So tell people about that subscription-based healthcare that you have.
Sure. So what we did is we wanted to make sure we provided high quality healthcare, make it affordable, accessible. We're not trying to replace insurances. We're just trying to keep people healthy and be there for them if and when they're underinsured or uninsured. And you don't have to go through prior authorizations. You don't have to go through the bureaucracy and the red tape that sometimes prevents us from accessing high quality healthcare. So what we did is we said, let's put a flat rate. Every time we present to a school district or a city, they say, wow, that's a new concept. Unlimited urgent care, unlimited prevention, unlimited education, community events, everything unlimited at one flat rate, and different municipalities as well for our first responders, the counseling aspect, the medication evaluation, synchronization. We're trying to get people where they don't depend too much on insurances or medications. Why and how? One, it makes your insurance more affordable because you don't need it as much, so you don't need too much coverage. Medication, we're trying to keep you off medications by not getting on them in the first place, which is education, injury and illness prevention education. And we're working with several colleges and universities already. We've just recently presented to the first large chain of restaurants. We won't name them, but they said, wow, nobody has ever approached us other than insurance companies to provide our health care. And they said yes immediately.
It's two very distinct paths of healthcare. One, obviously, the emergency room. And if you go to the emergency room, man, you better be dying. I don't mean to be flippant about that, but that's what the ER is for.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you got surgeries, major surgeries need to be hospital. Okay, that's what insurance is for. Medical insurance is to cover the whopper expenses, very serious operations, or the emergency care, the medical care. The day-to-day maintenance in healthcare, which is seeing your doctor for checkups or for the flu or for sniffles or for, atacote, whatever it is that you have, right? That type of medicine, which is urgent care, urgent care medicine or primary care medicine that may require laboratory, may require radiology, that is a separate path that is very affordable under what you do, which is Wellness by Workforce, which is a subscription that más o menos, give me a number, like for an individual or family, what does it run on a monthly basis, which I think is ridiculously affordable to have access to that network of doctors and labs and radiology and other specialties that are available in the area.
Correct. We've had subscriptions as low as $30 for entities, let's say a school district, employees, and their families also get the discount. We've had families at about $120, a family of three. So we keep it affordable. It is scalable. So let's say it is only two people and it's 45 plus a family member or spouse. It could be as low as $80, $90, right? And that's unlimited urgent care and clinic, 24/7 telehealth, counseling, prescriptions, things like that.
It's a complement to insurance. Again, insurance for the
it
big
does
stuff.
complement insurance.
But some people avoid going to see the doctor because, they don't have the $40 or $60 at that time. Well, I'll tell you what, for $40 or $60, actually less than that, probably you said like $30.
As low as
$30, depending on the entity that you're working with.
Correct.
Yeah. Because sometimes the employers, you said, like the school districts or the companies, they will pay a portion of the month.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct.
So you can help subsidize at a very affordable rate the primary medical services for your employees to keep them healthy, keep them on the job, keep them eventually out of the hospital because eventually the situation might get real serious. And I did call it right, a subscription-based medical care?
That is correct. A subscription-based medical services, healthcare. Yeah, there's one example of one school district who proposed, we were at $1 a day per person per year. We're at $365. They said, well, if we pay half and the employee pays half, that's $180. Imagine, where are you going to find that? Unlimited urgent care,
See,
unlimited preventative health services.
and explain that. For example,
Like-
it's August 2nd, and you have an urgent care incident, whatever it was, a fever or whatever. You can go back again on the 8th, go back on the 16th, go back on the 30th, whatever. You can go back as many times in that 1 month.
That's correct.
To the same doctor for follow-up on whatever.
Unlimited.
That's part of the subscription-based medical service.
Correct.
For
So
Wellness
there's
by
people
Work.
who have not been members, but they show up with an injury or an illness. Perfect example that you just said. And they show up, well, we're not a member. How much is it going to cost? Thinking it's going to cost higher because they're not a member. We'll say, no, it's going to be $45 per month. If you'd like, you can pay the 3 months. You pay $135. You're going to have 3 months of services, and we're going to treat you to full recovery, whether it be an injury or an illness, and that covers everything.
Yeah. This is a network of local doctors. This is a network of local radiology, phlebotomy, laboratory, right? This is a network that has
we
been
refer out to. Yes, there is
Okay.
a network,
They participate in it.
imaging as well.
All local.
The radiology.
ain't going to help you in Houston, but it'll help you here. That's all
well,
I did. Yeah,
soon
right?
enough, we'll be in Houston, actually.
Really?
Yes, sir.
With the
By
same-
2027.
Same brand.
They've
right?
we've been asked to go out to Houston,
Okay.
Midland, Odessa, San Antonio, but we did the research and development. There's a lot of this type of work
Yeah.
already in other cities. So why is it out there and not here in the Valley?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No, I wonder
we need
that
it
for
the most.
No, that's a solid point.
You know?
Yeah, we're thank God for this service. It's Wellness by Workforce. Look for it online. Wellness by Workforce. David Vasquez, I've had him on the show before. He's one of the supporters, has us here broadcasting here in Mission, Texas, at this $50 million aluminum production facility that they'll be moving dirt on. Thank you for your support. Now, I want you as an employer and people working in HR, and whether you are in a school district or whether you have a private company, whatever industry you are in, whatever company you are in, this is a very affordable, practical, common sense go-to medical service, primary medical service for your employees, for their families. It's the visits to the doctors, the urgent care visits, the laboratory, the radiology. It's a network of locals with a very affordable rate. You can provide this. Now, the call to action right now is for you as an employer, maybe your school district or your hospital or your company, whatever it is that you do. The call to action is for you to call Wellness by Workforce and ask on how you can set this up for your employees. You could subsidize it, very affordable subsidy, and your employees pay the rest, and they have ready access to doctors and laboratory and radiology, and that way avoid having to go to the ER and really punch the insurance that you're paying for on an annual basis. And they, at the end of the year, I've been there with the HR people. They go back and look, we spend way too much on insurance this year. Got to find a new insurance carrier. That happens a lot. It's probably happened to you. This is one way to avoid it. So what's the first step? Contact you, get that conversation going. You're working with multiple school districts, multiple companies in the area. It's Wellness by Workforce. David Vasquez, my guest right now. So how do we get started for these companies and thinking, I want this for my employees?
Correct. Step one would be to call us. There's in Spanish, we say sin compromiso. Call us, find out, ask your questions, give us examples, scenarios, questions that you might have, obstacles that you might have gone through with your employees and their families, illnesses and injuries. Call us, get informed. We do provide mobile medical services as well. We have a large collaboration of medical services. I'd like to mention them right here in a little bit, but the phone number to call, 888-999-7744. Again, 888-999-7744. Ask for references. Let us know that you'd like to know who we've provided our services for. And we'd be more than glad to brag about our excellent medical team, our mobile medical team, which my daughter is a part of, UTRGV major Caitlin Celeste Vasquez. She's a psych major, UTRGV Vaqueros, and she's part of our medical teams. I also want to say thank you to Apple Pharmacy and Medical Equipment. They provide so much education and community resources. Our medications, our staff, our techs, our pharmacists, they're very informative. They're very educated, and we'll be more than glad to share that education with you as far as medications goes for your family members, your elderly parents, your aging parents who are starting to show signs of maybe memory loss, a vestibular, their balance, they can't remember certain things. Those are signs. Go get them checked out. If you want to call us for a referral to a good physician, let us know. We try to keep people off medications. That's weird to say because we have a pharmacy or 23 pharmacies, but we don't want people on medications. We want to keep them off them, but we have them readily available. We have the right ones. We have individual recovery plans. We have education. We're working with school districts, like I said, and starting to get a curriculum with the local universities for sports medicine program that we've already started. But we're going to show that out, or showcase that before the end of the year with you.
Yeah. You've already had a couple of those clinics at local school districts for a very affordable rate to do the sports medicine physical,
and
sports physical for the Wakils, right?
You remember the iBox when we brought that over?
Yeah.
The concussion assessment.
Yes.
For
Which
veterans
will be on the
first responders.
sidelines, right?
Correct.
At some of the football games. Make sure get a quick assessment, check the eyes.
90 seconds.
See if a kid got a concussion. Mm-hmm. Fascinating technology.
Yeah, school districts, call us if you want to see a demonstration of that. We can be on your sidelines, courts, swimming pools, tennis courts, anywhere, even golf. We had 2 golf related concussions last year.
Yes,
it broke the record of one before.
I'm sorry,
year before.
I'm sorry, golf? Like somebody get hit with a golf club, or was it that
one got hit with a golf club with a practice
ball.
swing? Somebody was walking right behind them. The other one, the ball actually hit him. It's funny, but they laughed all the way through.
I shouldn't be laughing, right? David Vasquez with Wellness by Workforce. And what I was talking earlier about and setting up this program, subscription-based medicine, so your employees have access to this network of local clinics and the network of local services, radiology, phlebotomy, all those things. How long does it take to set that up? If somebody heard right now, say, this is a good idea. We need to move in that direction. How long does it? I want to get up and running. Let's say, I don't know, by September, something like we got. Is that possible, or how quickly do you set it?
100% possible. It takes us 3 days. We work on our end faster than any other, I would say, insurance or any competition. In 3 days, we can have you enrolled, subscribed, onboarded with your medical services. You can have an actual appointment in the same day, referred out to a specialist. Now, again, we do not replace insurance. That's not what we're doing. Yeah. There's still people out there who have us and their insurance. The only thing is that they save on their insurance just because the every day-to-day illnesses and injuries, the non-life-threatening, you're not going to go to an ER. And there's 3 emergency rooms who have actually reached out to us and told us, you've helped our waiting time.
That's
because instead of coming here, and you would think, well, no, that's what we're here for.
No, that's the Valley culture, bro. That when you were saying something earlier, I was going to mention it. It's taken quite some time to catch up to Central Texas, to San Antonio, right? Like one of the services, we'll close up here pretty soon, but I want to mention one of the services was like 24-hour clinics.
That's right.
And I remember, this is from 2 decades ago. I remember driving around San Antonio. My wife, we were doing something up there, and she had something in her eye, and and instead of going to the emergency room for an eye condition that she needed, we wound up finding a 24-hour doctor's office, 24-hour, like an overnight medical clinic. And so, why doesn't the Valley have something like this? Well, we're getting there.
And we need it the most in the whole state.
Yeah.
But now we have it.
Yeah.
And we're here.
There we go. Anyway, repeat the number, website.
999-7744 or wellnessbyworkforce.com. Look at us in different digital platforms as well. We have an aggressive marketing campaign going on right now. We're here to help colleges, universities, students. There's going to be a major announcement in a month with one of the local colleges regarding clinics and student services. Keep an eye out for that. We'll be in your studios also announcing that the sports medicine program being on the sidelines as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about this. We need more education conversations like this, because we're going to teach our next wave of medical students that are going into the field how to do it that much better. Sir. We're investing in all our students, all our local industries, our cities, different municipalities. Keep an eye out. Give us a chance.
Businesses, if this makes sense for your business, for your employers, wellnessbyworkforce.com, wellnessbyworkforce.com. Thank you, David. Come and see us again, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you. A shout out to Apple Pharmacy and Medical Equipment. Thank you for everything they do. Keep an eye out for Urgent Care by Workforce.
Yeah. Urgent Care by
Correct.
By
the
Workforce.
24/7 Urgent Care by Workforce. Our first site will be here in Mission, second in Harlingen, and McAllen, I believe. Oh no, McAllen already in 2 weeks away. Urgent
Excellent.
care.
Good to hear. All right. David Vasquez, Wellness by Workforce. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. And we continue with the groundbreaking ceremony here for the big aluminum manufacturer, Zerluma Aluminum Manufacturing $50 million project coming to Mission, Texas. The Sergio Show on 710 KURV. Big thanks as well for our day-to-day supporter, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing.
Freedom is calling, and the savings are bigger than ever at the Toyota Far Freedom Sales Event. Drive home an all-new Tacoma for just $92 a month, a powerful Tundra for $177 a month, a stylish Camry for only $92 a month, or a versatile RAV4 for just $189 a month. Visit Toyota Far at 1625 West Interstate 2 in Far, shop online at toyotafar.com or call 956-815-2285.
Toyota Far, somos buena gente.
The 710 KURV People Poll made possible by Total Imaging Solutions. Their customers have 99.3% of problems fixed within 4 hours.
Navigate the law around property damage with the Omar Ochoa Law Firm Tuesday at 4:20 on your 956 drive home.
For victims of drunk or drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You'll always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Broadcasting from the Valley's commercial and fleet headquarters studio at PayneAutoGroup.com. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump will meet with Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu and Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky in Washington, D.C. today. Trump lately appears more publicly supportive of Zelensky in his country's war with Russia and more publicly frustrated with Netanyahu as Trump tries to end the war with Iran. Authorities are assessing the damage after a magnitude 7.1 earthquake shook southwestern Japan. The U.S. Geological Survey reports the quake's epicenter was near the coastal city of Uki. At least 50 people have been reported injured and some buildings and bridges have collapsed. A new study shows eating an avocado every day reduces the risk of heart disease in obese adults.
So this means that one small dietary modification every day can improve your long-term heart disease risk.
The findings are out of Penn State University. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your 710 KURV accurate with the forecast. Mostly sunny, becoming windier today. Highs in the upper 90s to near 105 with the south-southeast winds at 12 to 25 miles an hour. Still breezy this evening, mainly clear, warm, and humid. Lows in the lower 80s with the southeast wind still at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunny, becoming windier again on Wednesday. Highs in the upper 90s to near 105. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
The Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez. Rapid fire headlines.
Make sure my computer is on your end, Zach. Let me play this because I found this one fascinating. So there is a move of population. We know that people coming to the state of Texas, but one of the big benefits of the migration from California and New York and other places to Texas, yeah, they're bringing the money with them. Money.
Newly released IRS data shows the state has attracted billions of dollars in taxpayer wealth. The state's economic leaders say this is something they've been tracking for years. Justin Yancey with the Texas Business Leadership Council says it's a combination of our people and our policies.
The business climate we have and diverse economy and no state income tax here.
The data from the IRS shows the state gained more than $5 billion in adjusted gross income from people moving here from other states. California and New York, meanwhile, recorded multi-billion-dollar losses. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
The Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is launching an investigation into some feminine hygiene products, very familiar brands. He's looking into whether some of these brands contain dangerous levels of metals. And from the dinner table, just want to make sure we queued up correctly here. Relief might be on the way for meat lovers.
A major reason for soaring beef prices is the ban on imports of Mexican livestock imposed last year to keep the parasitic New World screwworm out of the U.S. cattle herd. The screwworm came anyway and has been detected in 42 animals in 15 Texas counties. Now the U.S. is lifting the cattle import ban in hopes of pushing down beef prices.
That's Jim Ryan with that report. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. We are on the road, and we're at the groundbreaking for a $50 million project in Mission, Texas. As Teco Garcia, the president from Mission EDC, was saying, this on the private sector side, this is the largest investment on the private sector side as far as a project. And what a project it is. It's an aluminum manufacturer. I suspect that some of this aluminum might be making its way down the road to our neighbor, Elon Musk, and some of the tier one manufacturing at the port. And of course, we got the refinery and then on, and of course, the shipbuilder and all those things. Mario Reina from Rioplex Industrial Development. We are so honored to be a part of their efforts and for them to trust us enough to message this on a regular basis to all you guys working for a living out there, listening to the KURV. Mario, again, thank you for your support, for having us over to this significant groundbreaking. I want to get your thoughts on how this plant, this aluminum plant, maybe in a couple of years when they start sending out some pallets of product, aluminum to the market, how it works its way into the developing manufacturing arm of South Texas.
Oh, good morning. First
Morning,
of all,
brother.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. This is my home. You know, as a kid, I used to ride the bikes around this area. I used to live down the road on 4th Street. So,
You don't know that.
so this area, it has a lot of memories for me. So I remember when they built the juice factory right across over here at TCX.
So you're saying that as a Huerquillo, you'd go through all the brush and all the trees around here, you'd go exploring here. Right? This is an open field right now. It will be a big manufacturer of aluminum. in the future.
Absolutely. And I'm looking here and I see all this space, so we can obviously accommodate a lot of the plants to come by this area in Mission. But no, I mean, this is an excellent investment. It's an excellent strategic location for them to do this. And as you were to come That you can see from the statistics we have published recently that our poverty rates are going down. Our workforce is improving. The number of graduates is going up at all levels, high school, 2 years, and bachelor's degree, they're all going up. So, and there's much more to be done. So anyone that comes here, they need to rest assured that we do have the human capital to tackle any project, just like they're going to do here in Mission, Texas.
Poverty is down. The most recent report, I think I mentioned to you in one of the most recent conversations, in 30 plus years of broadcasting, we, the Valley, have always been at the top of that list of unemployment. So the least amount of, from 30 years ago, the lowest percentage of unemployment, Houston, or Dallas, the highest numbers, McAllen, Brownsville, and Harlingen. We fell off of that list. I want to say now, maybe almost 2 years ago, and we're not returning to that list anytime. The unemployment, we're no longer highest unemployment in Texas. We're not going back.
Not at all. When I arrived here in 1996 with SDC, this region, because we were responsible for Hidalgo and Stark County, this region had middle 20s unemployment. Stark County had in the 40s. So look at what has happened. South Texas College has played a role in helping the economy with creating a better workforce. They're playing a role. They continue to play a major role. And this is not going to go away. People are recognizing, investors are recognizing that this is a very strategic location in North America, and they will continue to make investments here.
Evidence that we're on the map as well is that the administration knows where we are, who we are. President Trump insisting that the refinery be open at Brownsville. And then we got the commerce chief. We had Monica de la Cruz, our congresswoman, bring Howard Lutnick. It was the first time a sitting commerce secretary visited the Rio Grande Valley. He's coming over here celebrating this big industrial park for McAllen, and of course also mentioning the high tech that's coming to the area. The fact that Howard Lutnick came to town, man, we are definitely on the map.
We are. And it's also an indication for the rest of the world to know that we have the land, we have the talent to do anything we want. So they were announcing another industrial park, which is good news to the world. Come here, we have land, we have industrial parks for you. So we're not slowing down anytime soon.
We wish you great success, Mario, in the trip to Mexico City, and to show them, yes, we have the ports, the airports, the seaports, the amazing manufacturing projects on the way, the universities, the colleges, the trade schools, the tech schools, the high schools that are training our children to take some of these careers, and the type of skill set that's needed at the before. We have all the ingredients.
Absolutely. And this morning we had the dean from UTRGV telling us, UTRGV is here. They're preparing people for the future. We have one of the largest engineering schools in the state, and they produce a lot of engineers here, though a lot of them had to leave in the past, but there's some of them are staying. So we're not concerned. I'm not concerned about the future workforce because I know what we have, and anyone that comes here will be successful.
And much like on the welding side or other skilled labor side that they're coming back to the Valley, they had to move to Corpus or to Houston or some other place like that. Yeah, on the engineering side, I expect to see that. The engineers come home to mama and take all those positions that will be available at Tier 1 manufacturing that's coming to the area.
Absolutely. As far as welding, we do have obviously a lot of welding programs throughout the region. At South Texas College, when I was there, we started a program. The last time I checked, check this out. They have 25 faculty teaching welding classes at STC, not counting whatever the high schools have.
Yeah.
So welding, we're not going to have a problem with welding.
Yeah. And which I find amazing that we're able to fill the jobs with Valley people, and that's part of it. And it's also good to see the upskill effort, all these adult high schools, various adult high school programs that are providing the upskill for commercial truck driving and, yes, welding and things like that as well.
Absolutely. So the biggest challenge that we have right now is getting people to graduate from high school. As we talked in the past, we do have a great number of people that need to complete their high school education, but we have the Possible Dream with Dr. King.
Yes.
And FAR.
That's the adult high school, by the way, the Possible Dream, the adult high school.
Absolutely. And then call your public schools. They have high school dropout recovery programs, and they will help students all the way to 26.
Yeah.
So, out there, whomever's listening to us, encourage someone to go to school and finish their high school education.
Yeah. Opportunity, prosperity is here. There really is no reason for our families not to benefit from it. Just if you know somebody, I'm sure you know somebody in your family that could benefit from the upskill opportunities, or adult or even the high school side. You tell them stay in school. You don't want to do the academic side. Well, really, get yourself a skill set that is in demand right now in this growing Valley economy. Mario, continued success, and we wish you a lot of success in Mexico City as you show all these different countries, going to the ambassador role in Mexico City, and show them what we have to offer here at Rioplex.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you, brother.
for allowing us to be here.
Yes, sir. Mario Reina is president of Rioplex Industrial Development, unified effort, Northern Mexico, Southern Texas. Si se puede, absolutely. We got everything that industry needs and wants and can use and benefit from. It is Deep South Texas, Northern Mexico. It is Rioplex. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. And then big thank you to the many folks who made it possible for us to be here at this groundbreaking ceremony for Zerluma Aluminum, $50 million investment in our community. We will be producing raw aluminum product, recycling much of that, and then getting it to the market for industry. And big thank you to Mauricio Osorio. He's the owner of Zerluma. Thank you to Mission Economic Development, Teclo Garcia. Thank you to Mario Reina from Rioplex, Joaquin Spammer, all the gang, all the ambassadors at Rioplex. And thank you to David Vasquez for Wellness by Workforce. Let's take a news break, pay some bills. This is the Sergio Show on 710 KURV.
History is unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.
TSN News, I'm Kristen Yates. Our top story, quick note for those of you making back to school plans, you can buy those school supplies tax-free. Coming up soon, August 7th through 9th is the back to school tax-free weekend. No local or state sales tax on clothing, books, pencils, paper, backpacks, anything you and the kids need for school coming up, as long as it is under $100. The New World screwworm will not prevent Mexican cattle imports anymore. Texas farm leaders sharing delight at the news that the border is reopening to limited imports after a year of being closed.
They were part of our supply, so it did cut into our supply of beef in this country.
Russell Baining heads the Texas Farm Bureau, saying the return of Mexican cattle imports will help increase the herd sizes. They've been at historic low levels and led to massive price hikes at the grocery store. Months after the so-called stinky fire in Potter County, a date for debris removal is set. By September 1st, people need to have on the curb anything they want hauled away by the county. It also has to be separated by type: vegetative debris like tree limbs, metal debris like appliances, or ash and construction materials. An original set-out date was August 10th, but that was pushed back after people thought they needed more time. Anyone can also haul away their own debris at any time. Trees and brush can go to the Amarillo City landfill. Other types of debris, though, should be taken to the landfill in Canyon. Well, it is almost time for the Great State Fair of Texas's run for 2026. And this year, Big Tex is trading in his old duds for a new Texas-made wardrobe.
Big Tex is getting an all-new wardrobe for this year's State Fair of Texas. Cavender's Boot City collaborated on his new signature shirt and is the official Western wear store of the 55-foot cowboy. Garland-based Resistol is supplying his iconic 95-gallon hat, and Lucchese Bootmakers will provide the shiny new boots. This partnership unites these three Texas institutions. Fair officials say the update celebrates Texas craftsmanship and heritage. Big Tex will debut the look when the fair opens September 25th under the theme Stars, Stripes, and Howdies. Steve Randall, TSN News.
3 major Texas lottery drawings offer a combined jackpot of nearly $1.5 billion over the next 2 nights. Mega Millions leads the way with an estimated $800 million pot tonight. That cash option comes to just under $345 million. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is now $663 million. Lotto Texas offers $23.25 million. This is TSN News.
Offer not valid in all states or were prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 47fastcash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
47fastcash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
At 47fastcash.com, our lenders have millions to lend. You can be approved for up to $5,000 in minutes, regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to 47fastcash.com and we'll have our money tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 47fastcash.com. That's 47fastcash.com. 47fastcash.com.
Lawmakers and other notable dignitaries pay respects to the late Senator Lindsey Graham, who died 2 weeks ago. His coffin is currently in the Capitol Rotunda, where speakers, including Vice President J.D. Vance, spoke in remembrance. Police are still searching for another suspect in the deadly shooting at a Seattle food festival this weekend, where 3 people were killed. A 15-year-old boy is arrested on suspicion of firearms violations and first-degree assault. Brian Kohberger, the man who pleaded guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students, is now reportedly saying he wants to withdraw his guilty plea and reopen the case. He claims he was coerced into his guilty admission. And Cracker Barrel's CEO steps down nearly a year after an attempted rebrand of the chain led to fierce customer backlash. I'm Kristen Yates, TSN News.
Your 710 KURV accurate with the forecast. Mostly sunny, becoming windier today. Highs in the upper 90s to near 105 with the south-southeast winds at 12 to 25 miles an hour. Still breezy this evening, mainly clear, warm, and humid. Lows in the lower 80s with the southeast wind still at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunny, becoming windier again on Wednesday. Highs in the upper 90s to near 105. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Are you in the market for a new Toyota or pre-owned Toyota? Look no further than Toyota of Far. They have extensive selection of Toyota cars and Toyota trucks and Toyota SUVs, along with exceptional customer service every step of the way. Number to call, 956-815-2285.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
We're your home for Houston Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV, bringing you every weeknight and every weekend matchup. Start with the Astro Launch pregame show, followed by every crack of the bat, every hit, every home run. Then stay tuned for complete postgame coverage and analysis. The stars, the storylines, and the excitement. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Rio Grande Valley's home for Houston Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV. Broadcasting from the Valley's commercial and fleet headquarters studio at PayneAutoGroup.com. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. From the Radio United Broadcast Center, this is the Sergio Show. Talking about the news headlines and topics that affect you. And now, the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez.
Howdy, howdy. Time is 10:08, hour 2 of the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Well, actually, it's kind of like hour 3 because I've been here since 8 o'clock in the morning. I was here at 8 o'clock interviewing Teclo Garcia from Mission Economic Development. Very special day in the history of Mission, Texas. I just spoke with Chrissy Cantu, and she's a different company right now. Oh, a name I've known for many, many years. He's now an import-export. Just one of many friends. We had Mario Reina, the president of the Rioplex Industrial Development Effort, a Mission boy, Mission, Texas. Today's a very special day in the history of Mission, Texas. Got a $50 million investment that is taking place, and it is state-of-the-art manufacturing of aluminum. But you think of, okay, what's a smelter, and they got aluminum product, and I don't know, they'll create coil or sheets or things like that in aluminum. Well, it is state-of-the-art equipment that will be producing this. So of the 70, and that's a significant number, of the 70 permanent jobs that are coming thanks to Zerluma Aluminum, those will be high-tech skills, high-tech jobs, individuals who will be able to provide maintenance and repair for all these machines, these high-tech machines that will be producing all the aluminum product. It's 70 permanent jobs, and you can just imagine the hundreds and hundreds of construction jobs that will be involved in developing this plant. We are in Southern Mission. We're just south of the freeway, not too far away from HQ 710 KURV. And my dad said, here, let me stand up. Mr. Mauricio, how are you, sir? He said, never, Dad said, never shake a man's hand sitting down. So that's why I had to stand up for you a little bit. The reason that all this is taking place, let me bring you up to the microphone, talk right into the microphone so that way we can hear your voice. Mauricio Osorio, owner of Zerluma Aluminum. Congratulations on the groundbreaking. Congratulations on this special day. And thank you on behalf of Mission, Texas and the Valley for this amazing industry coming to South Texas. Describe it for me. Describe what will happen in about 2 years when you have the aluminum plant up and running here in Mission.
Okay, so we have a plant in Mexico, in La Barca, Jalisco, already working, already manufacturing. So at the beginning, as you know, the north part of Mexico is the most developed industry.
Yeah,
for
that's the industrial north
activity from the north.
Yeah.
So we have many friends here. We are now about 5 years doing trading business. We have an office here doing a trading business. And we start manufacturing. I mean, we're going for the major manufacturer of this village. So we have already customers in Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Arizona. And then we believe that with the geopolitical situation, it would be better to invest in U.S. I mean, having create jobs here and make the step that we require for being a part of the U.S. Develop. I mean, for the industrial growing in the U.S.
Unfurling the sails of and following the winds of industry. Obviously, this is a very popular thing now to manufacture on the U.S. side. Hopefully, it will help you save a lot of money in the back and forth, because aluminum is one of those ingredients, one of those commodities that goes into so many different products, but in the development of the product, it go back and forth several times in the trade between Mexico and Canada. So hopefully this will help save some money.
Yeah. About the tariffs, I mean, talking about the scrap, there's no tariffs. I mean, for bringing scrap from Mexico and here.
Excellent. Wow.
But we like to work more in the valley. We believe so. We saw a lot of recyclers that we can work with them. So the first phase of this project is to create the most modern and about quality recycling aluminum plant in the whole state of Texas.
Mauricio Osorio is the owner of Zerluma Aluminum. Here, we're on the road today with our friends at Mission Economic Development, celebrating the groundbreaking for this big industrial aluminum manufacturer that is probably going to be up and running in 2 years. Mr. Mauricio Osorio is owner. He and his family are owners of this project. They have operations in Mexico as well. And you were mentioning that you have clients in Texas and in other states as well. Yes. Could you just, in general terms, explain, what do they do? What do they produce, your clients?
They are extruders.
Okay.
Extruders. So the product goes from the automotive industry, let's say for the frames of the lithium batteries.
Okay.
Frames come from aluminum. All the architectural the frames that you use for your windows and home. So photovoltaic industry. So the frames for the solar panels, they're as well from aluminum. So that needs to be from aluminum. This is the industry. We can go probably for if you see the cars, for example, goes more and more from aluminum. The planes use a lot of aluminum with the different alloys.
This is very light.
So we have a lot of opportunities and a lot of industries that we can go.
Well, I know you're keeping up with the amazing news of what's taking place in the Valley. We have this shipbuilder for the Navy and these little suicide boats that need to be lightweight and fast. I'm sure they're going to be losing quite a bit aluminum in some of the electronics and the bodies of that. From the refinery that's coming, liquefied natural gas, all the different trains.
Exactly.
Our neighbor, Elon Musk at SpaceX, I'm sure he needs aluminum. So
yes.
There's potential for more clientele right here in the Valley.
It is. And I mean, where the Valley is located, so you have a good space for go all over the East Coast by the river. So by barge, we can go through Houston to Alabama to Oklahoma. We can go all over to Florida.
Making reference of the Intercoastal Waterway, just put on barge, and you have all these ports, all these markets available.
Exactly.
All these barges sending this.
And we have the advantage for have the free trade zone from Mexico through Houston. So we can have a warehouse, a free trade warehouse in Houston. So that make us more attractive for the markets. For the market, we can buy product there and we can sell product there.
Mauricio Osorio is owner of what we celebrated today, the groundbreaking for Zerluma Aluminum $50 million project, which, again, I'll repeat, this is, according to Teclo Garcia from Mission EDC, the largest private sector project in the history of Mission, Texas. Yeah, we're turning the corner. We're going, definitely another example, however, yes, we're thankful for the many years of block grants and government funding and all those things, but now the golden goose is here, and it's laying another golden egg, in this case an aluminum egg, which will require high-tech skills to manage that plant, which I suspect you'll be working with South Texas College to provide the skill set for the high-tech 70 employees to manage your machines that will be producing all that.
So this is an automated plant, so we require a high technology workers. But we choose Mission because in the States, I mean, the whole country, we believe so that speak Spanish and speak English is so important. But most of that, the culture that we have here in the border, it is more approach to the work culture in Mexico. So, but we have to develop the kids, the young people. They have better ideas. They are more open to make us see different scenarios.
Well, we wish you great success. We're thankful that you chose Mission Texas and providing this big investment in our community. And yes, our kids, as I say, our huercos, they can absolutely fill those jobs. And we look forward to maybe other industries that you're in that you could bring to South Texas and provide jobs for that as well. Now, I did tease the fact that we have Elon Musk, just down the street in other industry. Do you already have clients here in the Valley? You mentioned you have clients in other markets, but how about here in the Valley? You're going to try to develop those, go door knocking? And
we have suppliers from the Valley in the Brownsville area, the port of Brownsville, and we have suppliers. I mean, all the custom agents, all the logistic that we require for go to our customers, we already have that. The first phase of this project will be started by the first quarter of the 27, which will be the recycle plant. And the whole facility will be ready in 2 years. But we will start working here for the recycling plant. And I'm sorry, it's good to have Elon Musk, but there's so many industries, so many summits, aluminum summits that we have a communication, we have a distributors already here. So we export from Mexico to here. But that's why we want to have the plant here because whatever is going to the U.S. market is going to be from here, from Mission. And whatever goes to Mexican market is going to be from our actual casting house in Mexico.
We have an untold number of other feeder businesses and industries to the port and to Tier 1 and everything else. Yeah, those companies more than likely to be many of your clients in the near future.
Exactly.
We would like, on behalf of the radio station, to make a gift. You see that Coca-Cola can?
Yes.
Take it with you.
Of course.
That is our contribution to your aluminum recycling effort. That we are the first ones to donate something.
So thank you so much for this donation. This is,
and so you can enjoy the Coca-Cola and then take it with you.
I will put this in my office for sure.
Right.
This will be the first.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Continued success.
Thank you
We look
so
forward
much.
to more conversation.
Thank you
in the
so
future.
much.
Thank you, sir. That is Mauricio Osorio. He is the owner of Zerluma Aluminum. And again, the big investment in Mission, Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Good times, fun times. Yeah, wonderful times to be living in South Texas with all this prosperity and opportunity. This is the Sergio Show on Newstalk 710 KURV. Again, special thank you to Mario Reina from Rioplex Industrial Development. Thanks to David Vasquez from Wellness by Workforce. Thank you. Mission Economic Development for this special broadcast on 710 KURV on this historic day for Mission, Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Time is 10:20, and a big hug as well to our daily supporters, Lone Star National Bank and South Texas Buick GMC. This is the Sergio Show.
The Drive to Freedom sales event is happening now at South Texas Buick GMC. Drive home a new GMC Sierra for just $499 a month, or enjoy the comfort and style of a Buick Encore GX starting at $279 a month. Plus, save thousands on select new Buick and GMC models. Visit SouthTexasGMC.com or call 661-5000. Celebrating over 20 years with you. Sherry Road exit between McAllen and Mission. South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Bullet points.
I'm Evan Brown. AR-15s might be legal again in another state. The U.S. Third Circuit Court of Appeals rules New Jersey's ban on semi-automatic rifles is unconstitutional. It's the first time a federal appeals court would say that a state ban on semi-auto rifles such as AR-15 style firearms fails to pass the test created by the U.S. Supreme Court's 2022 Bruin decision, which mandates any gun control laws must be rooted in historic tradition. That New Jersey law also banned magazines holding more than 10 rounds. New Jersey's lawyers argued the state was acting lawfully, using the disputed definition of semi-auto rifles as being military style. The state's attorney general is weighing whether or not to appeal the third court's ruling to the Supreme Court. The High Court is already agreeing to hear similar cases from Connecticut and Illinois. And those are your bullet points. I'm Evan Brown, Fox News.
Hurt in a car or truck wreck? Call Frankel and Frankel first. Mark and Scott Frankel, the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Texas, have been fighting for your rights for over 25 years. Before becoming personal injury lawyers, they defended insurance companies, so they know all the tricks and tactics insurers use to deny your claim. Trust the experienced, family-owned, and highly awarded Frankel and Frankel to put you first and get the resolution you deserve. And remember, it's a felony for an attorney to reach out to you directly or indirectly via third parties within the first 30 days after an accident. During this period, an attorney may only send a letter. Frankel and Frankel make it easy. From the free consultation to the very first phone call, they handle everything with no out-of-pocket costs. They only get paid when you win. If you or a loved one has been injured, reach out to Frankel and Frankel today at frankelfirm.com. That's FRENKEL, firm.com. Principal office, Dallas, Texas.
Securing America.
Army Sergeant Michael Swinton was killed in action recently during the controlled demolition of a downed Iranian drone in Iraq. His wife, Mia, spoke to Fox and Friends first Monday, telling the nation about her husband.
He cared about anyone he crossed paths with.
Mrs. Swinton added that her husband truly believed in what he was doing.
He really trusted, the country's leadership to get things right, despite everything that was going on.
And she thanked the Army for its support following her loss.
My community has been so supportive, and I appreciate everything they've been doing for us.
As for how she wants her husband to be remembered, Mia Swinton said,
the man he was. He loved his family. He cared for his friends. And I just don't want anybody to forget him.
In addition to his wife, Sergeant Swinton leaves behind a 6-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Thank you, Weslaco, and thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for listening today to News Talk 710 KURV, the Valley's official home for Fox News Radio.
Programs, starting with the Downtown Assistance Program, which we just wrapped up this week.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are in our 3rd year of the Downtown Assistance Program, and the whole goal behind this is to really revitalize and rehabilitate the downtown area. It's a historic area and want to, keep that business community, continuing to invest down there, essentially. So we did award 7 businesses downtown, $150,000 total investment. And these businesses could apply for up to $25,000 for whatever it is that they may need for their business.
Okay. And it's more than just facade, right? It's like
Right. So they could
need a
do
new fryer, cooker, motor, whatever it is that they
Yes,
need.
absolutely. So this
Right.
could be facade improvements, building renovations. If they wanted to purchase any equipment, all of that would apply.
How do you choose the winner or the one who receives the money?
So we have a selection committee that goes through all of the different applications, and based on need, based on what their project is, and it's highly competitive. But just the whole purpose is to revitalize downtown, and that's the goal.
That's an annual program, right?
Right.
So now that it's been awarded, right, you're taking the applications for the next cycle?
So it'll open up next summer.
Okay.
So any businesses that are downtown can look on our social media to stay up to date as to when it opens again. So usually it'll be June 1.
Okay. That's Brianna Casares. She's the program director at Mission Economic Development. We're providing information on funding that's available to various businesses. That was the Downtown Assistance Program. Okay. Ruby Red Ventures. Boy, that's been around for some time. Ruby Red Ventures competition. So what do you say, Brianna? You want to give me information on that one, or?
Yes. So we are in our 2nd year of the Ruby Red Ventures competition, and we have 9 businesses that are in our cohort currently. We partner up with UTRGV to put these businesses through an accelerator program where they learn how to start a business, how to maintain it. And then towards the end, they're able to compete for up to $25,000 in funding. And so our competition will be happening this September 16th at the Mission Event Center.
Okay. And
I do want to note that on that program, what they're focusing on, we've partnered up with UTRGV to do the accelerator program. This is for businesses that are already a little bit more seasoned. They're still kind of in their startup phase, but they are in growth mode. And so UTRGV does a crash course on business on how to scale them and commercialize their business. Then they're going to pitch for prize money to be able to fund all of that growth that they've got going on and all of the things that they learned in that 10-week process. And so it's very exciting. It's kind of like Shark Tank. They give their pitch.
That was what I asked. Which one is the one that has the competition?
Yeah, it's the Ruby Red Ventures competition.
Okay.
Yes. So.
And when is that? When's that?
That one's ongoing currently. And as Brianna mentioned, they'll be pitching September 16th, which is a good segue to our next announcement for at the Small Business Expo.
Okay. You should broadcast that. I mean,
we are, yeah. So you're getting it when we talk about the Small Business Expo. We'll give you a first. We haven't announced it fully, but we're going to give you a sneak peek of what is to be expected,
like Shark Tank style. I mean, you should go online and broadcast that.
The folks will. There's going to be an audience. The entrepreneurs pitch their ideas on how to scale their business, and then there's a panel of judges that scores it. and then they get first, second, third prize, and the top prize is $25,000 to be able to fund your business.
I look forward to the day you can sit down like some heavy hitters and industrialists in the area, the ones that can actually provide a valuation of the company and make offers. I'll give you $100,000 for 5% of your ideas.
Yeah. So
like that.
at the Small Business Expo, we're hoping that there's going to be other investors, maybe angel investors that that might hear some good ideas that they want to invest in.
All right. That is Belen Guerrero Aguirre. She's the Chief Operations Officer for Mission Economic Development. Okay, a bit more information on the Mission Small Business Expo. So tell me more about that.
So this is the first time that Mission ever has a Small Business Expo. This isn't a new novel concept. Larger communities around the U.S. host Small Business Expos all the time. But you'll be hearing more on our social channels about details. We're hoping to bring together all the businesses in Mission under one roof to provide networking opportunities and educational opportunities. So everything that businesses need to thrive in Mission, a lot of business-to-business networking will take place.
Okay.
We have a keynote speaker, Andrew Davis, who has come to the Seed before to give talks on AI and on productivity for businesses. He's coming back. This guy has been on the Muppets. He's run marketing agencies. He's an author. He's a keynote speaker. So he's coming back to talk about the loyalty loop, which is how small business can capitalize on customer loyalty and how that translates to bigger sales. And bigger sales for us means obviously a growth in the tax base and a growth for Mission. So we're excited to hear what he has to say. We'll have other keynote resource speakers like the SBA and folks that can help businesses get ahead. And then in the afternoon, we'll host the pitch competition so that other small businesses can hear what these entrepreneurs have planned.
That should be fun. It's the Mission Small Business Expo. When and where and how to sign up?
Yeah, that's taking place September the 16th, all day long from 9 to 5:30. More to come on where to register for. You can sign up for a booth. It's $50 to register and reserve your booth if you want to showcase your business. It is completely free to the public to attend, and it'll take place at the Mission Event Center.
Which for me means more free pens for the newsroom and those little squishy things, the little stress relievers that they provide. All these
We're hoping that these activations are more than just passing things out, but a demonstration of what people in Mission make.
That is Belen Guerrero Aguirre. She's the Chief Operating Officer, Mission Economic Development, along with Brianna Cassidy. She's a Program Director for Mission Economic Development. I told you there'd be a lot of money, including the Build Mission Fund. What is that? Who wants to take that one? The Build Mission Fund.
So Ruby Red Ventures Build Mission Fund is a grant program that the MEDC offers annually as well. And it opens up on October 1st. And so this program is open to any business that's within the Mission city limits to apply for up to $15,000 for whatever it is that they may need for their business. So this can be equipment, this can be renovations to the actual building, inventory, hiring employees or training. And again, it's open to any business within the city limits. So that opens October the 1st. And they can apply on our website.
I can see where all these funds would be expanding incrementally in the future, bit by bit. The way we're growing in the economy and more business and small business owners opening up operations in the area to meet the growth of the economy and the population of the area. I can see that growing year to year. That's part of that's a solid portion of the budget at Mission Economic Development
100%.
is to fund small business and startups and the ones that are already up and running.
Yes. Yeah. I think the advantage that businesses have in Mission when they do choose to be in Mission, they have support for the entire life cycle that they exist, right? We have a program for startups, a program for anyone that's downtown that's a little more specialized, and then we have the Build Mission Fund, which is for anyone in Mission. So we know how hard it is to be successful in today's economy. There's a lot of challenges that businesses have to face, and you have to stay innovative, right? And so these funds, we've allocated them ahead of time, made sure that we prioritize that in our budget so that businesses have that resource to stay competitive.
Yeah, it's small businesses and local ownership, and that business space likely to expand as we see more. For example, tomorrow, program note for KURV, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock hour, we're looking forward to being at the groundbreaking for a $50 million project, which is an aluminum manufacturer recycling, a big company. Very unique training that people have to go through in order. That's one of several projects that are in Mission. You got Black & Decker expanding, and other big company names also in the Mission area. Those big ones, of course, the smaller companies need to feed into that as well. So that's a multi-pronged approach to business development in the area. Belen Guerrero Aguirre, CEO of Mission Economic Development. Brianna Cáceres, Program Director for Mission Economic Development. I need to ask about the internship program that you have at your office. So
yeah, we just wrapped up our summer internship program. This is the first ever program that does internships citywide in the city of Mission. We partnered up with I think it was 12 small businesses,
13.
including 13 small businesses. We also took interns separate and apart. We allocated some resources for our own interns, but we partnered up with small businesses across Mission. They took in between high school and college student, and they taught them real world experience about what some of the thriving industries in Mission are. And so it was a 6-week program. They were paid interns through the EDC. And yeah, it was anywhere between the automotive industry, art. They worked in economic development with us. What were some of the others?
Radio United actually
took an intern.
So I know that she's having a really great experience here. And the whole goal was to just kind of fill a gap, and that's why we partnered with small businesses. Is we know that they need the help, the students need the experience, and we wanted to bridge that gap.
And it's all here in the city of Mission, so they don't ever have to leave home to get that real world experience in competitive industries.
And how many kilos were in the system?
It was 13.
13.
But 155 students applied. So again, highly competitive program, but really, really beneficial.
So how did you choose? Based on GPA or what? How did you choose?
The employer chose. So this was a very real world simulation of what it's like to apply for a job.
Yes.
Submit your resume, and the best
Go through the
resume
interview
won. Yeah, they got to
process.
interview with the employer,
Excellent
the whole
work.
bit. Yeah.
Excellent work. So even the resume, the
Yes.
application, the resume, the paperwork related, and the interview process. I'm
Yes,
sure
they
played
got
a big role.
asked tough questions, and they got to the best resumes stood out.
Excellent. Let's do a quick recap of the application process for the different programs. Ruby Red Ventures competition that's taking place, and there's more on that coming up before the expo, the Downtown Assistance Program, and the Build Mission Fund. Real quick, how do you apply for that? What are some of the deadline dates? Let's do a quick review of that real quick.
Yes, so the Downtown Assistance Program just wrapped up, but businesses in the downtown corridor can always look on our website, on our Facebook pages, to see when applications open, which is usually in the summer. The Ruby Red Ventures Build Mission Fund, they can expect to see applications open up on October 1st. Again, the easiest way to apply is on our website, but if they ever need help with an application, they can always visit the seat and we'd be happy to help. And then Mission Ready, the internship program, students can expect to see those applications open up in the springtime.
So we're already in the next cycle because next summer, next June is, for the downtown. October is for Ruby Red for the next cycle. We already have everybody in.
Yes.
So visit, I'm guessing the website, right? The Mission Economic Development.
Yes.
It is
website.
www.missionedc.com, or you can give us a call at 956-585-0040.
Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
And stop by anytime. Brianna Cáceres and Belen Guerrero Aguirre with Mission Economic Development. And if you missed any of that conversation, do the rewind on Radio Para Mí as we broadcast there, also on the social medias on Facebook, YouTube, and also X. You can rewind, get information on that. This is your station for Astros baseball on 710 KURV. We got a check of sports up next.
Hey RGV, do you love radio, events, and meeting people? Radio United is looking for brand activation ambassadors for our stations. This is a part-time position, perfect for those who want to have fun while working. If you're bilingual, 21 or older, and have a valid driver's license and legal authorization to work in the U.S., we want you on our team. We offer great benefits and opportunities for growth. Send your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz. Are you having difficulty getting answers from federal agencies? My office is here to help. Call us at 956-800-6069 to share your issue, and we will be in touch. Team de la Cruz is here to serve you. God bless. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congresswoman De La Cruz.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you speed, keep in mind that officers are out in force this month, reminding drivers to slow down or pay up. Speeding can cost you time and money. It's just not worth it. A message from TxDOT.
Here you go, Dad. At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education. Volunteering in the communities we serve. And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses. We are LSNB. Donating more money to more causes than all other area banks combined. Here, in a place we call home. We are LSNB. The Valley's Bank.
I'm Omar Ochoa, and my job is to take on insurance companies. After a storm damages your home or business, the insurance company already has a team protecting its interests. You should too. At the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, my team investigates the damage and fights to hold insurance companies accountable under your policy. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm today for a free consultation at 253-3121. That's 253-3121. The insurance company has a team, so should you.
Alps Alpine North America Incorporated seeks an engineer advanced quality to work in McAllen, Texas, to ensure that Alps Alpine's electromechanical products and processes meet specified standards and quality expectations of customers operating in the automotive industry. Travel requirement: 10% travel for customer visits throughout the United States and to the plant in Mexico. Submit resume to ruth.cantu@alpsalpine.com. Must put job code 2026 RECJO on resume.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump will meet with Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu and Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky in Washington, D.C. today. Trump lately appears more publicly supportive of Zelensky in his country's war with Russia and more publicly frustrated with Netanyahu as Trump tries to end the war with Iran. Authorities are assessing the damage after a magnitude 7.1 earthquake shook southwestern Japan. The U.S. Geological Survey reports the quake's epicenter was near the coastal city of Uki. At least 50 people have been reported injured and some buildings and bridges have collapsed. A new study shows eating an avocado every day reduces the risk of heart disease in obese adults.
So this means that one small dietary modification every day can improve your long-term heart disease risk.
The findings are out of Penn State University. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Here's 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast. Mostly sunny, becoming windier. Hot, highs in the upper 90s to near 105. Still breezy this evening, mainly clear, warm, and humid tonight. Lows only reaching the lower 80s. Sunny, becoming windier Wednesday. Very hot again. Highs back to the upper 90s to near 105. Thursday, mostly sunny, becoming windier. Highs in the upper 90s to near 105. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
It's good to call on and bring back a friend of the station and of many years. Robert Lozano he's the owner of FMP Group. And that would be the company that here in South Texas owns all the DQs, the Dairy Queens, and the Schlotzkys. Oh, I love in the direction we're going. Oh, and how about some desserts, some Cinnabon? Yeah, those are the brands that he represents in South Texas. And we congratulate him, his wife, his family. Everybody's been working hard for so many years at his restaurant group. And the Texas Restaurant Association has awarded Robert and his wife the honor of being inducted into this group's Hall of Fame, which is the Hall of Honor. Congratulations, Robert. We'll talk about your business and all these years of work. And, of course, I look forward to speaking with you as well a little bit here on Regional Mobility Authority issues, since you're the chairman of the one that's over here in Hidalgo County. Let's start with this induction into the Hall of Honor. And you were telling me off air that you might be like the first RGV business restaurant owner that has been inducted into this. So tell me about this honor and what it means to you and your family, brother.
Sergio, it's really good to be with you. Yes, it is. It's a very, very much an honor, and of course, we accept this on behalf of our team members, the folks that have worked beside us now for over 4 decades. Laurie, my wife, kind of joked that getting into the Hall of Honor does that mean that we're viejitos now, or what's that all about, and why us? But no, when you think about it, they say that at over 55,000 restaurants in the state of Texas, and the fact that they induct 1 or 2 annually at their annual show that they hold, I think in San Antonio or Houston, they go back and forth, the TRA, the Texas Restaurant Association, and to be selected, yes, it's very much an honor. It's a tribute to all the folks that have stood beside us and opened the doors and helped make happy now for 4 decades here, primarily in the Valley. And so it was real honor. Yeah, they said that they had never honored anybody from the Rio Grande Valley. I mean, wow, there's so many deserving restaurateurs and so many great places here in the Valley. But of course, we accepted. They gave us a nice trophy. We joked about it. Their trophy happens to be a skillet. It's got a very nice congratulations, Robert and Laurie. Of course, I was teasing them and telling them, don't be giving a skillet to a Mexican woman. What's up with that? No, we had fun with it, and it really is an honor. And it's just been such an incredible journey. We're still at it. We've got the next generation, our adult children, that's running what back in the day used to be the DQ team, and today it's called the F&P group, Food and People, and doing more than just the Dairy Queens. Like you said, we had the Slotskys and Cinnabon, and we're looking to do others. Now, we're not the only ones down here that do the DQs. Hats off to a few of our other franchisees and many throughout the state of Texas. But it's been a real privilege, Sergio. And yeah, that's what the honor was all about.
40 years of this, which is now called the F&P group, but the majority of those years was the Dairy Queen brand for you. And how did you start? How many did you have at the beginning? How many do you have now in the year?
Well, today we're operating the 30-something restaurants. There was a point where, we've over the years operated upwards of 50. We even opened several in the Monterrey market. We own the rights down there, but we actually sold and scaled back from there. And then we had stores even all the way up to Oklahoma. But we've, under the new leadership, Bob Lozano, my son, my daughter Lenzda, and her husband David, who is also a Lozano. My daughter Lozano married a Lozano. He's a great young attorney that came over to us from the great firm over in Westlaco, Jones, Galligan, Key, and Lozano. Shout out to my comadre and all the great folks over there. But we snagged David, and he came over here, and he helps run the family business. They scaled it back to try to focus here in South Texas, Corpus, and in between those areas, and look at other brands besides just DQ, and that's what they're in the process of doing now.
Interesting.
We started with a one in FAR, which funny that we're going to talk about transportation in a few minutes, because I'm wearing that hat today as the RMA, Regional Mobility Authority Chairman. But due to transportation, and I tease them, I think it was the day that I started, within days of my very first day as a governor appointee to the chair, we closed the store in FAR, our very first one, due to transportation, due to traffic. You couldn't get in and out anymore. There's so much traffic on 281 there that we're working on relocating that store.
Interesting that your son-in-law is in-law and now with a business. But it might be an interesting combination if you think about it, like get a free power of attorney, paperwork with a purchase of a number 5 combo, something like that. Work it in there somewhere. Robert Lozano, his wife, Lori. Robert and Lori Lozano, owners of FMP Group. They have been inducted into the Texas Restaurant Association Hall of Honor, 40 plus years now in business. And recently, you acquired the Schlotzsky's and Cinnabon brand. So on the business side, tell me either DQ, Schlotzsky's, or Cinnabon, any brick and mortar projects or renovation projects you have in mind right now as far as your properties, whatever comes to mind.
Yes, we're always looking. Like I said, we're trying to replace the FAR store now. We just did Hidalgo. We had wanted a store right there for years and years. We finally got that done this past year. And David, the son-in-law, the attorney, he's also our real estate person, and he's working on other sites. Again, we're always looking, trying to do the next Slotsky's as well. But the business climate right now is such that you got to really be careful about the steps that we're taking, and so we are doing that. We're moving cautiously, but we're very optimistic. Our business is doing very, very well. We're grateful to all the folks and our fans here throughout South Texas that come through the doors day in and day out. And in fact, we do look to do others in the near future.
You ever take the time to calculate how many dip cones and how many, Hunger Busters and Daily Bars you've sold through the years and 40 years of business over DQ?
I don't know that I've ever stopped to try to calculate that. We know that together with Blizzards has been millions and millions. But what we do stop and do from time to time, nothing brings me more joy than to watch, whether it be the Little League team that comes in after a game or now the soccer teams that it's just so neat to see a grandpa and his grandkids, and now being a grandfather myself, 3 times with my daughter, and my son just a little over a month ago had his first child, and to see them come in and share a cone or a sundae at the local Dairy Queen, that brings a tremendous amount of joy. And we're just privileged to get to do that.
I'll throw you a number in case anybody asks you, just trivia. 30 locations, let's say 25 dip cones a day, 365 days a year, over 40 years, that's almost 11 million dip cones for you. At least 11 million dip cones.
It's been a bunch. And, one of the things that we've tried to do all along the way is to live out one of our non-negotiables, which is we try to give back. And this community has just been so good to us, Sergio, that I'm very, very proud of the things that the next generation is trying to do and giving back to our community.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah. That's one thing I've known through the years is DQ, especially with the schools and the kids and the low leagues and all the kids at high schools and junior high, always giving back to those programs. Robert Lozano and his wife Lori are owners of FMP Group. That would be the Dairy Queens, the majority of the Dairy Queens here in South Texas, the Schlotzsky's restaurants, the Cinnabon franchise as well. They have been inducted into the Hall of Honor of the Texas Restaurant Association. You being chairman of the Regional Mobility Group, tell folks who are working for a living who don't do this from day to day, again, what the RMA stands for in this region, and some of the projects that you're working for right now.
Yeah, it's I just mentioned giving back. And so one of the things that Laurie and I and, the family has tried to do all along in various ways, some of it, yes, is with our product. Some of it is, they talk about your time, talent, and treasure. Well, some of our time we've tried to give back throughout the years in various different organizations, both Laurie and myself. And one of the things that I said yes to a little over a year and a half ago was an appointment by the governor to lead the Regional Mobility Authority here in Hidalgo County. Honestly, the average citizen, and I'm just an average citizen, I wasn't sure exactly what that is. But basically, the RMA, it's in its name. It's for mobility. It's for transportation, and it supports some of the infrastructure projects that are going on here. Actually, a shout out to Mayor Cortez just this very morning, Sergio. It was just an exciting, very exciting morning under the leadership of Judge Cortez. He called together all of the leaders, mayors, the precinct commissioners to a meeting in Hidalgo County where the RMA has the table set to get all of our constituency, all of our stakeholders together around this table and get ourselves organized and understand. We all know the tremendous opportunities that we have here in South Texas with the bridges, the airports, the port, the things that are going on across the valley, including with our friends over in Cameron County. Hats off to the great work that they're doing. The RMA is responsible, and it has some unique abilities, not the least of which is tolling, to be able to do transportation projects. And so we've got our own right now, the 365 toll that's going on just north of Hidalgo and an east to west. If you drive out there, you'll see it. And we're also here to assist all the other stakeholders in prioritizing the need within our county and get the roads done to make it safer for the people that are traveling on the roads now, get the 18-wheelers out of our traffic and put them on a safer, better road system. It doesn't happen overnight, but that's what we're doing.
In less than a minute, maybe you could put in order or help us understand where for example, the Regional Metropolitan Planning Organization, what does the RMA rank, and how does the RMA participate with the MPO when it comes to developing roads and funding road projects in the area?
You can be even one of our local elected officials or being in the position that I'm in, and after 18 months still not fully understand transportation funding and the complications. This stuff, it doesn't happen overnight. But yes, the MPO, the Metropolitan Planning Organization, which used to be 3, came together some years ago. We now have one Rio Grande Valley MPO, and the RMA has a seat at that table. We're actually a member of the policy board, as do many of the other stakeholders, the county, some of the cities, et cetera, both in this county and in the other counties. And the funding for projects has to be prioritized. There has to be project readiness. They talk about that. So understanding what is the priority of the projects, which ones are first, second, third, and getting them ready for funding and getting them presented at the MPO is what's critical, and we're working on that. And that's what today's meeting was all about.
Congratulations, Robert, again, to you and your wife, Lori, that honor from the Texas Restaurant Association, being part of the Hall of Honor. And as far as the work at the Regional Mobility Authority, look for it online. I know folks that are in the trucking business very familiar with you with the oversized, the weight permits that they get from you, but you can also see some of the developing projects in the area. There's a map, interactive map that you can see at their website, which would be the hcrma.net. Bless you, brother. We'll look forward to our next conversation. Be well, Robert.
Sergio, always good to talk to you. Thank you so much, and
Likewise,
thank the people of the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes, sir.
Say it, share it. We're all ears.